Hey guys, so if you noticed at all, I haven't been posting because I've been sick for the past like 4 or 5 days and I just felt really bleh, and I've had a fever for most of those days. This is the first day that I haven't had one, and I just haven't had the energy to like record and edit and all that stuff. And plus, if you can tell, my throat's kind of messed up, so I don't sound very good right now. But I decided that since I'm mostly better, I'll just make a quick video because I just watched the Philip DeFranco show, like his newest episode, and I'll link that in the description. And I just want to talk about the family that he was talking about with their prank channel and whatever, because honestly, I find it disgusting. Because you look at it, and these people are emotionally abusing their children for money, and people in the comments are cheering them on and telling them to do it more, and it's honestly so disgusting. Like, mental illness in children is becoming so much more of a problem than it used to be, and when you see people doing this, abusing their children for their own gain, you can see why. You can tell that one kid, Cody, who they're always messing with and making him cry and throwing his head into a bookshelf and making him bleed, you can tell that that's going to have an effect on him. And they said that CPS already searched them or whatever, or like investigated them, but like either one, CPS didn't do a very good job, or two, they didn't do like a very thorough search, and they didn't like ask any people or look at their YouTube channel or whatever. And you look at them and they scream at their kids and like push their kids, and they let their kids hit each other for views and for money so they can get what they want. Like, it's disgusting. Like, I know that if my friend's parents had did that to her, like whenever she was that young, she would be so much more messed up now, and she might even be dead now, because kids get mental illness very easily because of how stressful their lives are compared to how stressful kids' lives were 10 or 20 years ago, because of the ongoing bullying and things like that happen in school. And then you see videos like this where let's just assume that one of their kids is getting bullied at school, and then they come home and these people, these grown adults, are harassing and abusing and pushing and yelling at their children for views. And it's not like they're yelling at their children because their children like broke something that was really valuable. They did this prank where they poured invisible ink on the kid's carpet and yelled and screamed and had him run up there and were screaming in his face and made him cry in a corner because they wanted to get views and they wanted to get money. And it's disgusting. Like, look at that. Look at what you're doing to your child. Like, I can't even imagine my parents doing that to me. And that's not to say that my parents... But you look at this, and their child is in a corner crying because they pulled a prank on him because they wanted to get views. So they did something and blamed it on him and yelled at him. And we're literally screaming in his face. And it's not like it's a one-time thing. Like I said, they pushed him face first into a bookshelf, and they yell at him all the time. And it's this Cody kid, and he's always, like, most of the time the blunt of the joke, or the prank. And you look at their videos, and people are just supporting it and saying, yeah, this is good, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then they make a video about the haters, and they're like, oh, these haters are just jealous, or whatever. And, like, no, you don't know how to treat children. Like, I cannot imagine what kind of horrible monster you must be to do that to your own kids for money. Like, if your job sucks, so you make a YouTube channel to abuse your kids, just get a better job. Don't abuse your children. Like, that's disgusting. How can you live with yourself like that? Like, oh yeah, we're just gonna yell at my kid and make him cry, or make all of our kids cry and feel really upset. And then, in the video where they were talking about the hate comments or whatever, the kids were like, yeah, at least you're not beating us or anything. And for one, like, that's not the only type of abuse there is in a household, and that's a pretty well-known thing. Like, there's physical abuse, mental abuse, and inside mental abuse, there's also emotional abuse. And even that, like, maybe the kids don't even know that this is wrong, because, like, it happens so often now that they're just like, oh, I guess this is fine, this is normal. And plus, they get new stuff because their parents get paid to abuse their children. And so their parents get money, and so they buy new stuff, and the kids are like, oh, if we let our parents scream at us and make us cry, we'll get, like, a new iPad. Like, what kind of stupid people do that to their children? That doesn't make sense. Like, I can't imagine someone doing that to their kid just for money, but apparently people like that actually exist, which is disgusting. Like, I can't even fathom that someone in their mind would go, oh, hey, wife, husband, let's start a YouTube channel where we harass our kids and yell at them and make them cry and hit them and throw them into walls or bookshelves or whatever for money, and it's just a prank, haha, lol. We aren't actually, like, punching our kids in the face, so it's not abuse. Oh, like, and they just keep going on about how, like, we're not abusing our kids, but, like, clearly you are if you're pushing them to freaking bookshelves and yelling at them and making them cry on, like, a weekly basis or however many times you upload. And it's honestly, like, I know I'm just repeating myself at this point, but it's disgusting. Like, I just don't understand how people can actually think that this is an okay thing to do and think, well, the kids will get a new iPad, so I guess it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Like, I don't understand people, man. I don't know. That's all for this video. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna link their channel or their videos or whatever. I'm not gonna say their channel name or whatever if I didn't already. I can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. If you want to watch that Philip DeFranco show, I'll link it in the description, and you can look at that and you can see what I'm talking about. And there's also another story in there which is kind of upsetting, so if you, like, don't like things about murder, I guess, then don't watch it because it will upset you pretty badly. But if you're seeing this, you probably already heard of what happened, so yeah.